What's up, and welcome to another Chingaso, or actually, I should say Los Chingones. The Chingasos a little later. We celebrate the Chingasos.
Depends on which party you show up to. The Chingasos might be right away. So,
It all depends how much tequila you had.
well, there's a lot to be said for the pre-party.
So, man, I brought it out. Got my Boricua power.
Awesome. Somehow I always manage to be underdressed because last time you had a collar with your thing, your button, and I had a t-shirt on.
Well, I think you're pretty good. I mean, you got your fancy hat right now.
Yes, I'm waiting to see if there's any good news from the governor.
All right, well, I guess we're going to move straight into our chingazo. What's up, and welcome to El Chingazo of the Week. I'm joined here with my co-host, the Mexican Ninja. Word. Say something.
Oh.
Are you gonna say something? Or
I whistled, but I didn't kind of go over so well. You want to redo that?
Yeah, man. I thought you were pulling another Gringo Chad, where he kept having these like Wayne's World Garth moments.
Yeah. A little bit of camera freeze.
Well, this week I got my Boricua shirt. Boricua! Funny thing about Puerto Ricans, they're always hollering out to each other. Like if we have the Puerto Rican flag. How about you, man? I don't know how. I know we're both Latino, but we're both different type of brown. So, like, what's up? What do your people do? Do you holler out if you see a Mexican flag, or is there so many Mexicans you just don't have time for that in California?
Yeah, you're just... You're a lighter shade of brown or a darker shade of white, so it's just I'm somewhere in the middle of all of that. There's a lot of whistling. I noticed that.
Yeah, but like I think it's what happens, right? Like Puerto Ricans. I mean, when I was in California, I live in Japan now. For you listeners that don't know that, but like Puerto Ricans, there's not a lot of us, no matter where we go. So like, if we see a Puerto Rican flag, we're like, "Oh, there's another one!" Ooh, beep, 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 beep. Start honking our horn. But I guess if Mexicans did that, like, there's a lot of Mexicans in California. Like, the traffic would be really confusing because everybody beep, 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 beep. It's like, whoa.
Are they happy or are they mad?
All the white folk would be like, "Oh no!"
10 and 2, Bob. 10 and 2.
We do that like this. Moving into our top bits.
Are we in yet? Are we going?
Are we in? Are we pulling out? Are we going in?
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
It's kind of dark.
This just in, my balls are considered an essential business. Too bad my wife hid them from me.
Yours might be hidden, but mine seem to be on a administrative leave.
You can't find your huevos either, huh?
Oh, I know where they're at. They're just useless.
Well, some people talk to therapists. I decided to study psychology and just take it out on my liver.
I think that goes for a lot of majors in college. My liver still hasn't graduated, so.
You're going for the doctorate?
Yes, I'm on the extended graduate program.
All my crackhead friends that quit doing crack are now avid conspiracy theorists. They probably should have stuck to the crack pipe. They had much more solid ideas back then.
Yeah, man, I just don't know that much about crack.
Well, I don't either. I was next bit. Like I mentioned earlier, I live in Japan, and one of the things that kind of shocked me when I came out here, I got to the office and I had to relearn how to use a fax machine. Fuckers are still using faxes to like send information.
Is that for real, dog?
Yeah, man. A lot of people think they have really good marketing skills, I guess, because nobody figured out that they're still like they had the 90s technological bubble, but they're still in the 90s.
Wait, so Toshiba can make a bitchin' keyboard but can't figure out how to send an email? What's going on?
Should have been done in an email. A lot of Japanese parents right now, they don't want their kids going to online classes because they're afraid their computers are going to get a virus. I don't think they understand how COVID-19 is transmitted.
There might be a way. Life will find a way.
And now it's time for our top memes. Top memes, top memes. All
I
right.
still don't know who Mimi is.
Mimi or Mumu.
Mm-hmm.
So, repeat after me. You will not get drunk and piss in the closet tonight. Did you hear me, Chad? You will not get drunk and piss in the closet tonight.
I took down a stereo once. That was awesome.
Did you get electrocuted?
No, but it still worked after. And I think a couple nights later, the laundry basket got it. So,
All right, next meme. Bees preparing for the murder hornets. See, they got some Jim Beam, some Clorox. See, they got this all. This is definitely white. These are definitely white folk bees, you know, because like there's no Bacardi, there's no tequila. I don't see any Theraflu.
well, I'm trying to figure out how a bee's gonna wipe its ass without stinging itself, for one.
All right, next meme. Grandma, all people think about is sex these days. Also, grandma.
Which one's Chad? Is he in here somewhere?
Speaking of a gringo Chad, here's a message he sent me today. Dude, you need to get a hoverboard. Say it's for Anna. I just rode my daughter's and it was amazing. It's a Hover One brand that's well used. Trust me on this one. No, Chad, no. I'm using this as material for today's episode. This is very Chad of you.
I'll admit I am the guilty party when it comes to buying toys for my kid.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ride a fucking hoverboard. Okay, that's as gringo as you can get, dude.
Oh man, I know. Whatever happened to the segways, dude?
I ride a skateboard. Okay, that's all. That's as gringo as I'll get. It has to have 4 wheels.
Exactly. And when I fall, I hover over the ground. So it's a hoverboard.
All right, so this article comes from the Bro Bible. Guy crawls under tanker in his underwear, sucks wine straight from the valve as it speeds down highway, gets arrested. You know, this reminds me of that meme that usually talks about, this sounds like something a white guy with dreadlocks would do.
It's actually pretty scary. It reminds me of all the Simpson future telling memes. This is like Barney come to life. So they called another one. Good job, Matt Groening.
And what is it with all these crackpots, man? They always have to go into their underwear. It's like, I'm going to do some crazy shit. Better take off my pants.
Well, I mean, that's the most ninja way to go. Like, there's very little trace. You can't leave any threads. You know, it's just you and yourself.
But, you know, there's still going to be plenty of DNA evidence because your pendejos are going to be flying all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. The little pelitos.
And that wraps up today's Chingaso. All right, so for today's story time. Little known fact, me and Aaron used to run security at a punk rock club back in the day. Good old Escondido.
Oh, yes. And there was definitely plenty of emo going around, so it was an interesting crowd, to say the least.
Yeah. We were definitely the only brown guys there. We were also the only guys that were over, I don't know, the only guys over 90 pounds because they were pretty small. Except for that one drunk guy. Remember that one guy in the mosh pit? He was like the guy ended up headbutting. Like,
yeah, dude, that guy. He was his own mosh pit, man. He was a one-man mosh pit.
Well, yeah, the other kids were 90 pounds, so he was like fucking the Hulk knocking over all the children.
Converse and Vans flying everywhere. There goes my chain, bro. My chain.
Earplugs.
Don't bump into my girl, man.
So yeah, our job was to crowd control.
Babysit.
babysit. Yeah, pretty much babysit. But it's funny, man. Those little chingones used to get like their fucking attitude on. And one band in particular, I forgot how it went. They got kicked out. No, they didn't get kicked out. They had
There
to
was a
go.
it was a dispute with the owner, something about
Oh, yeah.
their stage time when they were supposed to go on,
That's right.
and the manager, either they showed up late or some shit, but the manager
No, I remember.
bumped him.
They showed up late. They showed up
Yeah,
late, and they weren't going to be playing. And then
yeah.
they were really pissed off. What, that one kid with his bass guitar? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Poof, and he kept throwing down his bass guitar in the case, and you kept going,
Yeah. Well, because
do what you want, but stop taking it out on your instruments.
at this point, we had gotten them out of the warehouse or whatever with the owner or manager, whoever's running the place, and he was actually kind of cool because I think I remember he offered to let them play at the very end, and that wasn't going to happen because I was like 9, 10, 11 o'clock, and so they went out. We got them into the parking lot, and there were some people kind of assembling around. You took the offensive position. We're kind of directing them. And this kid was so upset that he kept body slamming his bass guitar. It was incredible.
Yeah, I took the whole a good defense is a good offense. Wolverine decided to go that route, and it was funny. Like, this kid's challenging me, and like what a lot of people don't know is I've been doing MMA for like, at that point I was already doing MMA for about 6 years, and I was about 190 pounds back then. A bit smaller now, but either way, I wasn't gonna get jumped, and I saw them kind of circling us, so I turned around to Aaron. I'm like, Aaron, get behind him. What do you mean get behind me? What do you mean get behind me? Why is he getting behind me?
I think that was the moment skinny jeans were invented, because this kid sucked up so tight.
Yeah, the second I said that, like, they were kind of circling us. Then after that, they were kind of like shoom, and like to their cars.
even bass body slam kid was like mid throw.
Yeah, mid throw.
No.
I think I yelled at him, "Don't throw your bass guitar down. Well, you throw your bass guitar down one more time." And he's like,
luckily it was in the case, but geez.
Still, dude, they must have taken some damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that wraps up another great episode of Los Chingones. All right, so either way, get behind them.
What do you mean, get behind me? If you don't like being chicabronas and dudes that are lame.
In 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh wait, shit. Fucking Matt Mason.
Save that for the blooper reel.
To tell you the truth, Matt Mason really doesn't give a fuck. But either way.